Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a ZVT here on Destination between drewbie and Strelok. It's going to be good stuff, man. Drewbie is Canadian, Strelok is Ukrainian. They're on the same team at this point in their careers. And they're both retired. Okay, so it says drewbie is inactive and Strelok is retired. But I kind of feel like inactive is basically retired, right? Anyway, good stuff here, man. Two great players going at it here on the channel. No Carbot today. Man, you guys, I haven't done anything on my channel that is more divisive than introducing the Carbot skin to some of my casts. There are people who love the Carbot skin with all of their heart. And the numbers back that up, man. My Carbot skin casts get way more views on average than non-Carbot skin. But on the other hand, there are a bunch of you who are pretty vocal about hating it. So, I mean, I'm trying to keep everyone happy here. Please know that if I cast something in the Carbot skin, I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm trying to give some people what they want and other people what they want. Alright, so in this situation, this is what you want. This is what you get. Remastered skin. Excellent. What I might actually end up doing is going back and recasting that Flash versus Jadong game. The 34-minute one on Tal Cross. In Remastered, because I've done it in the original client, the old Brood War, and I've done it in Carbot, but I haven't done it in Remastered yet, which is always interesting. Anyway, throwing down an Engineering Bay, NG Bay block here at the natural base on drewbie. He's not happy about this, especially on this map. If you want to take a third, it is far away and it is exposed. It is either really exposed or really far away. This is a really good block, and he took a gas steal. Strelok. Strelok, you're mean. You're mean to your teammate here. I mean, I guess if drewbie opened with I'm not good at macro, then, oh, got the SCB, though. Nice snipe. Nice snipe on that dude. And the Engineering Bay does go down, and drewbie has the minerals to expand, so hey. I mean, that was Strelok. He cost himself a bunch of stuff making that happen, so he doesn't have a barracks, right? He didn't have the resources to make a barracks or an expansion before now, as he spent money on bringing 2 SCVs up. Well, 1 SCV up, starting a refinery, and also starting an Engineering Bay. So, at this point, probably should start throwing up a barracks. Not that there's really much that drewbie can do to kill him, as he's just now starting his pool. He's bringing an Overlord down, and a drone coming down here, too. Oh, is Strelok going to go for a command center first? Oh! Strelok goes for the block into command center first into barracks, which is insane of him. A little bit of harassment here on the drone. Giving as good as he's been getting here is drewbie. Look at that. 4 SCVs off doing what they're supposed to be doing to try to deal with this stupid drone who's been getting shots off on everybody and then running away, laughing maniacally. If drones laughed like humans, he'd be laughing like a human for sure right now. Man, Terran music. So good, the Terran music. Alright, so at least the drone's getting a full scout off here. He's like, alright, that's an early command center. Into a barracks, not that I can really... Maybe he can actually stop it. His pool is done. He's got 6 lings moving out. He saved his resources for that. You're going to try to shut this thing down. Bunker under construction now. Yeah, Strelok's got a bunker up. He's got a Marine on the way. He should be able to hold this. But a Ling run by, like back around here and into the main base, could be devastating, which I think is what these SCVs are for, is making sure that run by doesn't happen. Because these Lings are ready and raring to go. Metabolic boost on the way, but it's not done yet. Look at these SCVs. They're blocking off different areas. Ooh, they're trying to get a surround on the bunker. Never mind. Oh, those guys get blocked in. Oh, wow. Great control. Only 4 SCVs make it into the main base, and 2 of them are pretty injured. Ooh, 2 more show up, though. Oh, this is bad. Strelok. Okay, so Marines come out. Good timing for Marines to pop. Honestly is. Lings are faster than Marines, but SCVs can meat shield for them pretty effectively, as we're seeing there on the left side. The Lings really want to kill these Marines, and they're going to get 1 here. But now there are 3 out, and yeah, 3 Marines with meat shield SCVs against 4 Zerglings. Although more Lings coming in, and they have metabolic boosts now. So this just got exponentially more annoying for Strelok. And Marine count whittled down quite a bit. What's in this bunker right now, you ask? Well, there's 2 Marines inside it. I'm glad you asked. Ling's going for the run by. They could probably take down that bunker, honestly, but the Lings... Oh, they get inside the house. This is so bad for Strelok. What an insane game this is thus far. The Ling flooding from drewbie. Remember how he opened the game saying he's not good at macro? Well, probably should have seen this coming then. Strelok should not have gone for a command center first in this game. After all that harassment, that was a bad idea because the Lings are still coming across the map. Drewbie has just now started droning. But man alive, he is just here to cause pain to all of the Marines in Strelok's army right now. Oh my gosh, all of the Marines got sniped down. 4 Lings are still here. SCV is getting picked off a little bit. Another Marine getting focused down. He does die, keeping that Marine count low. Not killing SCVs necessarily. Dude, I think these Lings can get us around in this bunker and kill it. He's doing it. He's doing the thing. There's only 1 SCV repairing. 2 SCVs coming. Can't save it. Can't save the bunker. All the Marines get focused down. These SCVs are in trouble too. Although they're fighting pretty well themselves. There are still a Ling inside the main. He dead. And more Ling attacks here. The bunker is gone. I almost feel like continuing Ling flood is not a bad idea here from drewbie, but he is instead going for a Spire. So he's been taking up a little bit behind this, but he's really been keeping Strelok on his back foot. This is some good stuff, man. This is some good stuff early game. We don't usually see this level of harassment in the games that I usually cast, but I think that's kind of a foreigner thing. It's more the Ling flood, maybe not as good, something that somebody like drewbie would do, whereas Jaedong maybe not as interested in trying to make that happen. Maybe he is. I need to find more short Jaedong games. I actually have more games between Jaedong and Advocat. You guys really liked that ZVT with Advocat and Jaedong that I posted about 10 days ago now. So I was thinking maybe I'd cast more from those 2 players, because unorthodox is what we're looking at here. Nope. No. No. You're not getting up this ramp. Dude, drewbie? 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 With a surround, yes. With a surround, he could have killed that Marine army. But the way they were stacked up in that ramp, no. Definitely not ever going to happen. Come on, dude. Got a little bit greedy. Got a little bit too aggressive there. And all right, 6 mutas are on the way. But Marines exist and medics exist. No missile turrets, though, which is going to make this a little bit harder to pull off. That is an engineering bay, but it is late. Remember how I said you can wait a bit before making missile turrets in reaction to mutalisks? Not this late. Can't wait this long. Go. You gotta go. And he is. Yeah, mutalisks, they need to go attack as soon as they are constructed. Otherwise, they are bad. So drewbie recognizing that. Strelok moving out with his forces. This is not a lot of Marines. I think he'd lose his entire army to these mutas if he knew they were there. But instead, just flies right on in and says, this is an unprotected mineral line. What? Okay, I'll just kill all your SCVs then. Strelok says, I can't get home and save anything. I don't have the Marine count to save anything. We're just gonna go for it, I guess. So he A moves in here with his Marines and fire bats and medics. The Marine count is enough to deal with the 2 mutas that are here, and the mutas are actually coming home from drewbie. Gonna try to focus down this natural hatchery, this natural. Muta gets wiped out. Can't afford to lose that one, I don't think. Where's the muta flock? Here they... Oh. Was there an engagement up there, too? Oh, the fire bats went up there. And the hatchery is saved with 24 HP. Whoa. But that gave Strelok time to start producing missile turrets back home. Ah, this is a good game. This is good StarCraft. Oh. Okay, bit of some technical difficulties there. The mutas are down in the south trying to fight against these missile turrets. The repair is not here, but the Marines are in support of their missile turret robot friend in there. Desperately firing on these mutalisks, trying to keep them away. Turret's going to get taken down, though, even if mutalisks are sacrificed. Okay, we're good. We are good. Whew. But yeah, I was going to say, this is a good game. This might get an epic tag just for the first 10 minutes, honestly. Still, it's 2 base to 2 base. Terran players' economy looks pretty fantastic. Okay, never mind. The main base is a bit of a wasteland. Again, there aren't any turrets here to directly protect the mineral line, so you don't want to mine from there right now anyway. Oh, the Marines want to snipe this hatch. Look at him go! There were Sunkens! The mutas get revenge on the Marines that killed the natural hatchery. There's a macro hatch here, so like... I don't know. Production-wise, it's not as bad as it could be for drewbie, but man, he needs a third base. He has the resources for it. Might as well take it. Or does he just retake? He just retakes his natural. That's what he's got to do here. So what he's got to do, 49 to 34 overall supply. The muta count is kind of abjectly terrifying at this stage. Where are they? Here they are. Here they are. I mean, that's 10. It's not a huge number, but it's enough to be scary and really keep Strelok on his base. Except for those 2 intrepid Marines who braved the wilds, went across the entire map, and killed a hatchery by themselves. 1 Mutalisk picked off. Overlord comes in to poke and see what we're dealing with here, and the answer is a pretty saturated natural base with 2 turrets protecting. Yeah, the repair there was going to be pretty fantastic. I don't think it was a good idea to move in. Stimming in there. Control. A little bit scary here, but the mutas are being very scary themselves. Taking out SCVs, building a supply depot. Keeping Strelok supply blocked. A lot of mutas getting picked off in the process. The only 5 remaining in that group. And I think Strelok's in a good position. These drones are long distance mining because what else are you going to do right now? That is a really saturated main. Third base coming up for drewbie in the top left here too. Which is good. Which is really, really good. But man, this is a great game. Lurker aspect is getting started, but is it soon enough to deal with Strelok's counterattack? Or counterattack wherever we are right now in this game. We are somewhere, that's for sure. All right, so the Marines are sitting at no upgrades. +1 attack has been started. Engineering Bay working on that guy. Lurker aspect and Hydras coming in. The Muta's job is to keep the Terran army away so they can't get up here and start killing stuff before Lurkers are ready to go. The Mutas are doing pretty well. Marines darting back, waiting for their medics to catch up to them. They don't want to move across the map with Mutalisks harassing them at every turn. Got a couple Lurkers on this little bridge area, which is nice. That'll help. The third base is really exposed. And Strelok, he probably can assume there's a base there if he hasn't scanned it already. And he could probably take it down, honestly. Lurkers need to defend that pronto. Your third base always needs to be protected against that kind of a thing. And a fourth base on the way from drewbie too. So for somebody who said he doesn't macro very well, he's going for a fourth base pretty early in what's been a pretty low econ game. Ling count, fairly intense now. Is this Ling Muta group going to be enough to handle this? I don't think so. Is he going for it? He's kind of going for it. I don't think I agree. Yeah, a bunch of Lings died for effectively no damage there. That was bad. That was just bad for drewbie, without question. And now the third base is in a lot of trouble, but he had to try to delay. There are Lurkers on the way here, but not at the third. So I think he knew this base was going to die. He was going to try to save it, but absent that, he's going to expand on the right side instead. So nicely done by Strelok. APM over 300 right now. Does supply block drewbie by killing that hatch, which is just how close the supply block to drewbie was at the time, if he wasn't already. So natural base pretty safe from this army. You're not going to come in through there with 4 Lurkers. Oh, he's trying to catch them in the middle of the map. Wow, he's just getting right on top of this. Lurkers burrowing in, getting a couple spines off, but Muta's trying to distract some of that damage from the Marine fire. Didn't really work out too well for them. What the Lurkers need to do will not walk in the middle of Marines and get massacred. You know what, though? They directed enough fire to where the Lings and the Mutas killed everything else. So I don't think that was the plan from drewbie, but hey, we'll call it good, I suppose. This Lurker heading down by himself to siege up this natural base. I love the initiative and the moxie this guy is showing. Although he's mind controlled by the Overmind, right? He doesn't have any real choice here. Or Kerrigan's controlling him in some way. How much free will do you think Kerrigan gives her swarm? Probably not much, right? Third base on the right side done for drewbie. Replacing the base on the left side. We'll call that a fourth from now on. Just based on the order in which they are available. This poor Marine. He's running. The Lings have metabolic boost. Just chirping the whole way after him. He might actually survive. Look at this Ling. He keeps stopping. Alright, well, not stopping now. He dies in a land forsaken. Zerglings can't get through that wall. Only workers can. 70 to 62 supply in favor of drewbie. Boom, boom, boom. He's doing okay. I like this. He's got the Lurker tech that he needed. Dark Swarm would be incredible. Strelok is not actually going for tanks. I find highly surprising. His production... Oh, now he's making a tank. All right, there's a tank on the way now. Queen's Nest coming in. The Defiler round is going to be a huge addition to the army. It's just where you got to go in ZVT. You got to have Dark Swarm to protect against that Marine fire against your Lurkers. And tank fire against your lurkers too, especially. Man, lurkers are just positioned to where Strelok is afraid to head north. He has to, oh, scans and gets one lurker. Very nicely done. Ooh, great control. Couple good spines, but overall, that was a good trade for Strelok. Fantastic job. So 4th base done. Drones transferring over that way. It is a 4 base to a 2 base economy. And army supply is not that big for Strelok. It's not like he's going for a big 2 base attack. If he was, his army's been whittled down to the point where it's not that healthy. Yeah, 79 supply is not going to cut it right now, but he does have the tank, which is really good here against the composition we're seeing out of drewbie. Good against lings and pretty darn good against lurkers too. Overlord does not have speed, therefore supply blocks, almost supply blocks drewbie there. Okay, there's 13 available supply. It's not as bad as all that. Hive on the way from drewbie, working on siege mode now. Strelok, kind of surprised he doesn't have that already, but what do you do? I keep thinking this is a Zerg unit in this mineral line, but it's just a scanted. That's all it is. Not like a lurker got down there or anything. That'd be incredible if that were to happen, though. You can lurker through here if you have vision on the other side of that wall. We've seen that done on the channel before, for sure. And here's your engagement. Lurkers burrowing in, stimming away. And as you're running, you're pretty vulnerable to lings and mutas. So nice job by drewbie, picking off those stragglers as they retreat. Trying to get health bars up for you all. And yeah, this army is toast. No saving it. Strelok's army gets absolutely wiped out. Not enough tanks in the mix there to deal with that particular army. They gave a lot of damage. They killed a ton of stuff there, but getting the army wiped out might be the beginning of the end here. Although, there's a drop in the main base. And a drop at the natural base here, too. Killing a bunch of stuff. A lot of drones in the main are getting wiped out. They're fighting for their lives, which they really should not do. These lings not clearing this out either very well. That Marine has 4 kills. We'll make it 5 before he goes down. Wow. That was pretty brutal stuff. Nice drop. Nice drop. Nice attack there from Strelok. Still, no 3rd base from Strelok is kind of killing me. Like, dude, you got to take a 3rd. We're 17 minutes into this game. I understand you're probably afraid to, but boy, that is going to be a hard nut to crack up here if these are all lurkers, and they are. Which means you got to go now. If you're going to go at all, you have to go before those lurkers finish. So he's going after the spine. He's going to focus that down quite nicely. Get in this mineral line and start going after, ooh, the hatchery. Lurkers taking forever. And the hatchery is going to go down. Nice snipe from Strelok. Matter of seconds there. If the lurkers had been up, there's no way that would have happened. But they weren't. And so it did. Lurkers trying to get on top of these tanks. I don't know about this. Okay, none of them actually burrow. Wow. Okay, that was ridiculous. That was 5 or 6 lurkers that died without even getting a burrow and a spine off. Ouch. That's what I have to say about that. Defiler mound on the way from drewbie. He needs it now more than ever. Lurker spining. Single lurker, though, doesn't do a whole lot when there's this much bio out on the ground. Strelok's been macroing really hard off of these 2 bases. Really well. His bank right now is only 200 minerals. He's been spending money exceptionally well. 300 APM consistently throughout this game. Lings engaging when they really should not be engaging. Irradiate now part of the show here on those lurkers. That one going to die sooner rather than later. Oh, got some kills off, though. That was nice. That was pretty good stuff. Lings and mutas trying to jump on top of this. Scourge trying to pick up the science vessels. No! Save the Marines. That's not going to happen. And suddenly it's 107 to 68 supply. Dark Swarm is too late. The Defiler Mound is not here. I mean, it is here, but the Defilers are not here. Tanks are sieging up in range of the natural base of drewbie. And that is your crying face. Drewbie is sad about this income. Strelok, eyebrows raised, says, "Are you sure you're dead? I should quit SC for losing this." Ah, maybe drewbie. It's a little salty, man, but I understand. Lings running into their deaths here, no big deal. Yeah, I mean, it just came down to the Defiler Mound was late. Lurkers and Lings trying to get up and wipe out this army, but I think even if that happens in the long run, there's no coming back from this. Yeah, there's detection. The Lurkers are all dead. 56 total supply right now. Some Hydras on the high ground are trying to prevent this. drewbie is still fighting, man. You want a rematch, he says. Strelok says, yeah, let's do that thing. Good game from drewbie. A's left the game, and Strelok is done too at 20 minutes and 24 seconds. Wow, Strelok on 2 bases, doing more than I thought was possible off of 2 bases for a Terran player. Holy crap, look at all these got. Got big Marine medic army here with 2-1, taking down that 4th base. He's taken down the natural base. His tank count is pretty high. He's got science vessels in the mix. He has sense line to the 3rd base, but he hasn't even started mining from it yet. This is some really, really strong stuff. He took a ton of damage in the beginning from those Lings. A ton of SCVs went down. A lot of Marines died, but drewbie sacrificed a lot of economy to do it. And I think drewbie still could have won that game. He had the right composition. He was just too late on the Defiler Mound. And as a result, no Dark Swarm meant your Lurkers are way less effective. Your Lings are incredibly less effective against all of this that Strelok was rolling with. And that would have been a different match if drewbie could have gotten there, but he took too long to get there. Sniping bases by Strelok really helped. Taking down that right side hatchery and the 3rd base that one time really helped slow down drewbie and prevent him from getting to that tech as soon as he wanted to, and sniping the natural hatch. He sniped 3 hatches in this game. Strelok, serious business there. All right, well, hit that like button if you like what you saw here, and in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out that final score. Right, then 82,000 for Strelok, 73,000 for drewbie. 308 units reproduced by the Zerg player, lost 220 of those. Structures raised is kind of interesting. 7 raised by Strelok. Against a Zerg player, that's a lot. And 5 raised by drewbie, which is a lot for a Zerg player too. And then overall, drewbie had the better economy, twice as much gas mined, 1,000 more minerals mined, and 3,000 more spent. But we saw all those Lurkers and Lings die in the last few moments of the game, and that was where that money was. It just, he didn't have the answer for it. Too many tanks, too many Marines, not enough Lurkers in good positions, no Dark Swarm to force the army back, to give him time to defend and secure those bases. Dark Swarm, man, you don't get Dark Swarm, you just die. Either you kill the Terran player in the first 10 minutes, or 15 minutes maybe, or you die. You know? You know. All right, cool stuff. That is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.